What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Just Be Real podcast. I'm your host, Marissa Tong. Thank you so much for being here, for tuning in to another episode. I'm really excited because it is Women's Month. Happy Women's Month to the ladies. And this month, we're sitting down with amazing, strong, beautiful women who are out here making a difference in their communities and doing all the things. So today, I'm sitting down with my girl, Lini.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today, especially during Women's Month, really tapping into what we do for our community and just highlighting the importance of being a woman and paying it forward. So thanks so much for having me.
Yes, thank you for coming. Can you tell the people a little bit about yourself, what you do, a little bit about your brands?
Girl, what don't I do?
Right.
So I do a little bit of everything. I consider myself a creative. I have a body positive page called dearbodydairy.co where I host intentional events for women to connect and support each other through intentional events. And I am also a videographer, learning how to be a photographer. So really just helping people create content and storytelling, with their brands and just pushing people's missions out there.
Yes.
Through
Yeah.
content,
I
yeah.
love that so much. Lini had a really big role, honestly, in like our kind of like level up with our brands in like 2023, 2024. Like you did a lot of our content. It's
The
crazy,
years
right?
have flown by.
Yeah, 2023, I think, is when I met you and when we started working together with So Necessary Creative. And yeah, and then Lini kind of took on the role and was doing a lot of like creative assistant work for us. So shout out to you for that.
It's crazy how time goes by. Like it's been 2 years, and some of like when I look back at some of the content, it's like, yo, I was really doing that, and I was literally figuring it out. And I think it's so important to have people like just trust in you and give you that time to even learn, especially with your brand. I think it's important because, again, you're dealing with a lot of women, like through movement, self-confidence, and just putting your brand out there. So I really appreciate you because, girl, 2 years.
Yeah. And I appreciate you, like, even just experimenting. Like, I think I'm just very open to people coming in and kind of feeling out their way because as creatives, everyone has like a different eye, everyone has a different vision. So with me, like, I'm open to like people coming and maybe like trying something new or opening up my eyes to, certain things. So I think that's nice to work with other creatives and allow them to share their opinions, thoughts, about certain things. So that was nice. Yeah. So let's get into now what you're doing. Like, so you're out here taking on entrepreneurship, you're running your business. Like, how's that been for you?
Girl. It's been a roller coaster, but I'm so thankful. I feel like it really helped me build my character, more confidence, and really understand like the value within myself. Of course, like when I first started with Vanessa, that was, I believe,
2022, 2023, maybe?
Something like that. Yeah. Like 3 years. So, like I said, my journey has been really crazy. I think like knowing what I knew then and then just really locking into like when I first started, my goal was really to learn like graphic designing. Like how can I make a flyer look cool? How can I make this look cool? But in the second year, I was like, I need to get better at my videos, storytelling. And then this year, I'm like, I need to get better at creative direction because I used to be kind of in my head like, how can I tell like my client or the next person like you need to stop what you're saying and like redo it again without offending someone, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now that I'm more confident and very particular on like you need to say it this way,
Yeah.
like I see the shift in my confidence, and I think it's a beautiful feeling like understanding someone's brand because it's like it's more than just dancing, right?
Yes.
It's more than just you're helping someone find a new home. It's like this is your passion. So I love the challenge that it comes with in terms of like I have to think like you, and how can I put this in a video?
Yes.
So my journey has been interesting. Honestly, I left my job in September and I just seen so many signs where it's like you just gotta get up and go. Like you don't know where you're gonna go, girl, but you're gonna go. And when I quit my job, like the next morning, I was like, what did I just do? Like what did I just
No, for
do?
real. It'd be
And
like
I
that.
and I literally every single morning I woke up like as if I was going to work, and I would go to like Dunkin' or the library, and I'll be hustling, like catching up on work, seeing like
Mm-hmm.
what can I do. And it's crazy because when you're just starting as an entrepreneur, you're like trying to figure it all out. But I'm very thankful for people in my corner. And when I started sharing, like basically I'm working for myself, everyone's like, girl, like this is the opportunity. Like I need you for this, I need you for that, I need you for that. So yeah, I'm very thankful for like my creativity. I feel like that's how I express myself and how I pay it forward for other people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
my journey so far, girl.
Yes, and it's going to continue to keep going. Every year in entrepreneurship is different. It's
Hmm.
always different. You're always learning. You're always learning about yourself. You're always growing. Opportunities are going to come.
Hmm.
Sometimes, there's a lot of ups and downs, which we'll talk about. Like there's a lot
Let's
of
be
ups
real.
and downs. Yeah, let's be real because I think it's crazy cuz I barely be on Threads, but I happened to like just randomly go on one day and I was
Hmm.
like, people need to stop glamorizing entrepreneurship. And that shit went viral. Like, that is the most like engaged post on Threads. And I'm like, because it's so
It's so
true. And
true.
especially with like Instagram now, it's like everyone has this aesthetic. It's almost like entrepreneurship has become an aesthetic. And it's
Yes.
like, it's not a freaking aesthetic. Like,
Yeah.
this is real life and it's hard.
Yeah, I literally posted a reel, I believe last week, where I basically talked about how yes, we need to meet deadlines, but yes to mental health. Like your mental health can really spiral because when you're an entrepreneur, you're always working, like always. And it's like, why? Like, why do I need to respond to you like after 5? You know what I'm saying? Like, we can wait till the next day because at the end of the day, when you're creative, you need to give yourself that space and that time to
Mm-hmm.
rest and get your creative juices flowing because
Absolutely.
if not, you're going to be burnt out and then you're not going to be looking forward to creating, which is
Mm-hmm.
what we do. So
Yes.
you don't want it to be that way. And I think for me, I'm still learning the power and boundaries and just saying no to people or just I'll talk to you tomorrow kind of thing
Yes.
because so just learning like what are your boundaries and how can you communicate that with people without offending someone, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So or
Yeah.
feeling like you know because sometimes I feel like when people approach you with an opportunity as an entrepreneur, you don't want to like slip up and let the
Mm-hmm.
opportunity, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Like let
But
it go or
yeah, like
yeah.
let it go. But nah, sometimes you just
Yeah.
gotta.
It's not always for you. Not every opportunity is meant for you.
What's the saying? Not all money is good money.
Yes.
That's another thing.
That
And I
part.
think as an entrepreneur, like pricing yourself is
Mm-hmm.
a thing.
Yeah. Knowing your
Like,
value and your
yes.
time and value is everything.
Yeah, like sometimes learning how to price myself is I'm not gonna say like I hesitate as much, but sometimes I'm just like, this is my price. Like, how are they gonna go about it?
Mm-hmm.
And like, what do I have to offer with this price? I found myself a lot of times like giving people different options because at the end of the day, I think that people don't understand like I'm not just pressing record.
Yeah, no. Hell
I'm
no.
not,
No.
but a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people feel that way in the back of their minds. Like, no, like I'm directing you on what to do. I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
this, doing that, and it's like I'm creating a story.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the difference between like me and like the next person, because like I'm trying to help you make a story with your brand.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
so it's like when I say this is my price, it's like I'm saying it for a reason.
Yeah.
And I think that really understanding like if people really want to support you, people really believe in you, like they'll say yes with no
Mm-hmm.
hesitation. But of course, I'm also open to being flexible because everybody's situation is different.
Different, yeah.
But when it comes to like pricing yourself and knowing like, girl, I could put a video together,
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah.
You gotta just stand on business, stand on business. Like, yes, negotiating it's a
Yeah.
part of business, being
Yeah.
able to negotiate, understanding where people are at in their business
Mm-hmm.
or whatever the case. But also, like, yeah, because at the end of the day, if you know your value, you know what you bring to the table,
Mm-hmm.
they see what you bring to the table, right? Whether that's they reached out to you,
Mm-hmm.
you reached out to them, you pitched it. It's like they can see from your, social media or
Mm-hmm.
media kit or whatever it is that you're putting out there what you offer. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like if they want that quality or they want what you are able to bring them,
Mm-hmm.
then they're gonna pay for it.
And like what we do also too, like you edit as well.
Hmm.
So like it's more than just upload
It
and
is
make a
tedious.
like you have to upload. I love to put my stuff
Wait
in.
for it to upload.
Wait for it to upload. Dropbox.
Dropbox. Y'all be getting on my nerves. Like, y'all really get on my nerves.
Dropbox, waiting for it to upload. Then I organize everything into
Yeah.
every little detail because I found that that's what helps me with my workflow. Like if I'm creating a video and I'm like, okay, I have this clip, I could fit in like a detail clip. Boom, I go to my detail folder and I'm there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, girl, it's more than just press record. And I think this year that's what my content is really about, like showing people like, girl,
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
The
Like
behind the scenes.
the behind
I
the
love
scenes.
that though. I love when you do those like behind the scenes, like
I
day in
like
the
to be
life.
real.
Yeah.
And I love what you said because in terms of like people make it seem like it's an aesthetic, like it's this whole thing. And I made a real like, girl, this is not what it looks like. I'm transparent. Like I post on my story, like my wins, my losses. Like I like to be real
Mm-hmm.
because at the end of the day, my brand is also being authentic,
Yeah.
transparent myself.
Yeah.
And this isn't easy.
No.
It's not easy, but it's also not impossible.
Yeah.
As you learn, like it makes things easier, right?
Yes.
Like if you learn from your mistakes, then yeah. But if you're
Mm-hmm.
over here, then it's not gonna work, babe. It's not gonna
Girl.
work. So that's a little bit about my journey. But I am thankful for like my circle,
Mm-hmm.
especially shout out to Vanessa because girl,
Yes. Shout
I've
out to Vanessa.
okay, because I've learned so much from her, and like we've learned so much from each other, and I literally been with her like when we first met. It just felt like
Natural.
yeah, like I've known you forever,
Yeah.
and just having patience like with building and learning the ins and outs, I think has been a thing. You can always learn from someone, no matter how far
Absolutely.
into the journey you're in.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter too, like what position. Like I learned from you, I
Yeah.
learned from my students, I learned from past jobs, like you're always learning. And I think that's what we need to focus on. Like you might be in a job, you might be watching this and like you're in a job that you hate or you're not really feeling it. Learn as much as possible while you're there. Like
Yeah.
take in as much as you can. And you're always gonna find value in something, but you just have to like switch your mindset. That's what
Yeah.
it's about.
Yeah. And like if you're an aspiring creative, like where you really want to take off as an entrepreneur, one of my main things that I'll like tell you is like even if you're working like a full-time job, dedicate your time after your full-time job to your craft because that's what I did.
You have to,
Girl, like
or it ain't gonna get done.
exactly. Because I look back on my work, I'm like, yo, what was that? I'm over here thinking these little effects are cool and stuff. I mean, they're cool, but I'm like, girl.
Ladies, it is officially glow up season. Spring is here, and if you're feeling anything like I'm feeling, I am so ready to just pour into myself, to create new routines, to wake up earlier. I don't know, like this new energy is just coming over me. And I know how important it is for me to take time for myself in order for me to reach my goals, have energy to give to others, and to really just do my job, to show up to this podcast, to teach dance classes. It's really important for me to take time to recharge. That's the reason why I created Real Hot Retreats. because more women need to understand the importance of taking a break, taking time to really just be with themselves, to be with other women, to soak up nature. And so I want to invite you to take a little bit of time for yourself this year and come on one of my next retreats. If you're looking to tap more into your feminine energy, to soften up, to really heal from things that you might have gone through in the past couple years, I would highly recommend the Goddess Retreat in Greece. So we're going to be spending a few nights in Mykonos and then hopping over to the beautiful island of Andros to get some real, authentic Greek living experience. This is going to be so fun. We're going to be doing dance classes. We have journaling workshops. We're going to be exploring Greece, soaking up the goddess energy that these islands have to offer. This is going to be an amazing time for you to really just soften, to be with yourself, to connect with who you truly are, and to prepare for this next season of your life. Spring is a really good time to rebirth, to renew, to restore. And what's a better place to do that other than Greece? So I want to invite you to come travel with me from May 7th to the 13th. We do have a few spots still available. So if you're interested in booking, you can actually get $200 off this month with the code Women's Month. It is Women's Month, okay? So I want to give y'all a little incentive to do something for yourself. Take some time for yourself. You deserve it, okay? And if you're not able to travel with us this May, then we do have the Unmasking Retreat coming up in Seattle, Washington. That's going to be from August 8th to 11th. Now, this is a retreat specially curated for women of color, so Black, Brown, Hispanic, Asian, Indian women who are in marginalized groups. You know, they deal with a lot of things on the day-to-day, whether that means discrimination, whether that looks like not getting the same opportunities or the same pay as other people, or just having to deal with other people's nasty comments or energies, or maybe just not finding a safe space to truly be yourself and to show up as yourself. That's what this retreat is for. It's about removing the mask, showing up truly as yourself, being able to release, being able to let yourself just be and heal and enjoy. Us women of color, especially Black women, we really need more joy into our lives. We take on a lot, right, energetically, but also just taking on roles in the households and always being the person to do everything, you know, the person to show up for everyone. So this is a retreat for you to just come and be taken care of and receive that princess treatment that we are talking about all season, okay? So come treat yourself. Use that same code for $200 off Women's Month. And I hope to see you there. All right, back to the show.
And it's like, if you don't dedicate time to your craft, like, how can you really see your way out of a situation that you don't want to be in, you know? So if I didn't lock in, like, after those hours of work, like, where would I be? You know? So
yeah,
that's my journey. It's been a ride, but I'm, like I said, I'm thankful. I think using this as a way of like expressing myself has really helped me, like, within my personal journey outside of professional, because I just think, like, I have so much, like, to offer people. I just want to share that and pay it forward. You know? So,
and you will. Let's
okay.
pivot a little bit. Let's
Yes.
talk about Dear Body.
Yes.
So what made you start Dear Body? What inspired the name? What is it all about?
So in 2022, I'm an impulsive person. I live
Gemini.
I know that's right. So yeah, in 2022, I just woke up in August and I'm like, I want to host an event. And I didn't know what it was going to be about. Like, what? At first, I think the idea was like something one in a body. I don't know what. But I'm like, that doesn't sound right. But yeah, so basically I hosted my first event in December of 2022. And I feel like Dear Body was like the perfect name because it's kind of like a letter to yourself through all these events that I host. And a lot of times when people think about like my brand, I get it a lot of in terms of like your physical. And I'm just like, well, I'm here to teach you that it's more than just your physical, like it's your
Mm-hmm.
overall well-being,
Mm-hmm.
and like the energy that you bring into the room is important. Like
Mm-hmm.
your character is you. Like why does it have to be about the physical? And the mark that you leave on people, I've always been like that way. And growing up where I was from, like you didn't really see that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like feelings weren't really talked about. Like people were just in their zone, and I was always like the curvier friend.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I just feel like bringing women together really helped me, like,
Build your own confidence.
yeah,
Yeah.
build my own confidence. Because when I first started, girl, I was not really chatting in front of the public. Like, public speaking was not it for me. But now, I
Mm-hmm.
literally hosted my first event with this brand that I always wanted to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Power Plus Wellness.
Ooh.
And we did a whole vision board event, sound bath, and it was like, it's crazy how I'm over here in front of everybody,
Mm-hmm.
just talking and just really digging deep into like, girl, like it's not just about your physical. Like, who
Yeah.
are you? Like as a
Right.
person, like the inner work
Yeah.
is so much more than what you think. So
Yeah.
that's how it kind of came about. I feel like, growing up in my culture, like mental health wasn't really talked about. Like your body was kind of like an
Mm-hmm.
insult, but like a compliment at the same time.
Yes.
So I'm like, I've always been confident in myself, but I'm just like, how can I pay it forward? Because I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I was always very strong willed and very like, I'm comfortable who I am. I know who I am.
Yeah.
I just think like putting myself out there really helped me, like,
Blossom.
yeah, and
Yeah.
help the next person. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
how it came about. So yeah.
Yes. So, would you say that most of your collaborations are based on like bringing in the community women who want to feel a little bit more confident and secure in their bodies, and maybe, and also the wellness, right? So, there's like the body positivity portion where it's like, come in as you are, it doesn't matter your size, like accepting that. And then also, like, well, we also have the wellness portion. Like, so you would say like
Like
events are a mix of that.
yeah, like through the different, like I've hosted a tea party where it's just a lot of conversation, like by the bridge, like,
Mm-hmm.
like it's a vibe. And then we did like the vision board event. I created bodies out of vision boards, like very, kind of different.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time on that with my friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, it taps into everything, but also too, I also highlight women that are already comfortable with themselves. It's not just like, oh, like my confidence isn't there. It's like there's women that like they're comfortable.
Yes.
So I like to bring a little bit of everybody. Like maybe you are, maybe you aren't, maybe you're like just learning. And when you step into rooms like that with other women, you're like, okay, I'm not like alone. Like
Mm-hmm.
we all feel similar ways. So it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that so much. What's been your maybe like biggest challenge with that? Like with having this brand, growing the brand, finding the right people to come in and like build your community?
I think the biggest challenge for me is time. Cause I'm so involved in so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
And I have all these wonderful ideas, but I'm just like, I need to learn how to balance my time. Because
Mm-hmm.
with my, content creation that I do, it's a lot. It's very demanding.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Dear Body, I'm still learning time because I do have the connections. I do have the people. It's just a matter of like, especially when you're hosting an event, that takes time.
Yes, and energy. A lot of energy,
Like
a lot
months.
of time.
Like
Yeah.
my last event was the vision board one, and it took like 2 months of planning.
Mm-hmm.
So another thing is like I'm very intentional with my events, so I don't want to just host an event just to host it.
Right.
Like I want to take my time with it, and yeah, I'm still learning how to build like more community, maybe doing smaller things so that it's not just like, this big event. Not everybody can do certain events,
Exactly.
maybe like money wise, or maybe it's not their interest. Like I do a lot of things where it's like a virtual event's like $10. I want to host something where it's like free. Like I want to give someone like the chance, everybody a chance to like tap into Dear Body, So that's been my biggest challenge with Dear Body.
Yeah. Girl, time is always like always. Like I'll be struggling for time every day. I'm like, I was literally just saying to my girl Heather yesterday, I'm like, We were just looking at the time and like it's almost
Daylight savings,
like
hello?
what?
Daylight savings,
Girl,
hello?
I think that effed me up too. I was telling Lini before the show, I was like, girl, I'm over here drinking coffee. I don't even drink coffee. Like,
Sweetie, you look refreshed.
girl. But no, yeah, like time is one of those things that you always have to work on, time management. So whether that's like having a planner, having like Notion is a good thing, putting reminders in your phone, using your calendar, you know, like whatever works for you, but it's like you gotta find what works for you.
Yeah, and sometimes, especially with like Dear Body, I'm like, I'm a like one person. Like,
Yes.
I'm one person. And that's challenging because
Yeah.
it's like I do everything myself.
Mhm.
And also too, I think when you're first trying to start like your own brand, literally Vanessa, her words were like, just start. Come over here waiting for my pictures, for my, photo shoot, this and that. And by the time I actually dropped it, I already had like 100 followers. So imagine if I waited for the pictures, like I would have just started the brand.
Yeah.
So yeah, girl, it's just start.
Just start.
Like just post something.
Yeah.
A lot of times we're just so focused on like making it
Perfect. Yeah.
and it's like you just need to get your message out there because at the end of the day, people want to see the transparency, the you being authentic, and that's really it. So
yeah. Well, girl, this has been an amazing conversation. I definitely want to leave on a note. Like, I want to give some advice to the girlies who are out here, like on their creative entrepreneur journey, or they want to become a content creator, or just, start something of their own. Like, what advice would you give them where maybe right now they're like, I don't know where to start, or like, I don't have the support, or I don't have the community, or I don't have the resources, I don't have a camera, I don't have like the best iPhone. Like, what would your advice to them be?
literally every time that question pops up, one of the main things that I've taken away within my own journey is like, you never know who's watching. Keep going. Because you just never know. And there's so many opportunities that came my way that I didn't even know that person was watching. They're like, hey, like I have this opportunity for you. I have this for you. And you don't need the highest equipment. Like I literally been doing content since I was very young. Like I didn't want the Barbie dolls. I didn't want nothing. I wanted a camera every Christmas. Literally pictures of myself, picture of life. Like there's so much meaning into content. And it's like, for me, it's like, just be present. Be present, start with what you have. People just want to see like the real you and what you go through, what you have to offer, what they can learn from you. Like just keep going and opportunities will flow, opportunities will come, and pay it forward. Surround yourself around people, like put yourself in situations, go to events and actually be intentional with it because you never know what can stem from it. So yeah, that's my biggest piece of advice that I am really grateful for.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly too, I think one of the biggest things that has impacted my life is having people that don't gatekeep. Don't gatekeep, because when I tell you, one of my friends, she's seen like I've always been into social media, and then she put me on to like the opportunity with Vanessa, and like that changed like my whole life. Literally like my whole life. So I'm very into, if I could put someone on to an opportunity, like, I'm paying it forward. Because
And why not?
yeah.
Like, why gatekeep? I don't get that concept. Like, I get it. It's like scarcity mindset. It's like, either you feel like this person doesn't deserve it. There's different reasons why people gatekeep, people be hating, all that stuff. But like, why not? If that is not an opportunity for you, you're blocking someone else's blessing by not sharing or opening up that opportunity for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, we just got to keep going, especially in today's world. Why gatekeep? We can all eat. Like, why can't it just be that way? So, period. So, that's my takeaway and my piece of advice to anyone who's watching.
Oh my God, y'all. So I just bought a brand new pair of professional dance heels from Burju Shoes, and I am completely obsessed. These are not only fashionable, but they're completely, absolutely comfortable. They're so lightweight, they fit my foot like a glove, and my feet are just completely happy. Versus when I first started taking heels classes and teaching heels classes, I was just picking up random heels from department stores and they were killing my feet. My feet would be swollen, I would have blisters, they would scuff up the floor at the dance studio. So I'm so happy that I came across Burju shoes. These are without a doubt the best heels in the industry, and a few celebrities, including Chloe Bailey, J-Lo, and Megan Thee Stallion, have been spotted wearing these during their big performances, so you know they're good. You absolutely need to invest in yourself this year and stop wasting your money on shoes that will only last you a week, girl, okay? If you're looking to level up and get into your heels bag and, just build your confidence, you're gonna need the right shoes. So these shoes will completely level up your dancing and help build your confidence because you're not worried about how your feet feel. Me and my clients have been wearing Burju shoes for a few years, and I'm honestly never gonna switch back. Like, I would never switch back to a department store heel, okay, honey? These shoes are lightweight, stylish, durable, and they come in a variety of different heel heights and styles for every different type of dance. The service is incredible, and if you need to exchange a size, they'll quickly help you do that. I do recommend ordering one full size up since these shoes are meant to hug your foot. So check out the amazing selection at burjushoes.com. Use my discount code RISFITKitty. That's RISSFITKITTY to save some cash on your next purchase. And let's get to dancing.
And again, also, like, if you want to reach out to me, like, I'm open to it.
Tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram, Lini Mel, LINIMEL_. And dearbodydiary.co is my Instagram.
Yes.
This was so much fun.
Yes, this was so much fun.
Yes.
We're going to link everything in the show notes so you guys can find Lini, follow her on her journey. You're such a light, Lini, like in person and online. Like exactly what you see online is what you get in person. Like you're authentic. You're just such a sweet person. Like, so keep shining, keep being yourself.
You too, boo.
Thank you.
Okay, don't stop what you're doing. Keep it
going.
I
won't. I'm out here, We got things to do, And I love just, again, like you were saying, like just surrounding yourself with people who are all trying to do things. Like it's really important because I think it's really easy for us to, want to grow up and be around the same people, the people that we grew up with, the same friends. And it's like, no, you got to get outside of your comfort zone and you got to meet people who are on the same path or similar paths, or they have the same mindset and drive. Like that's important.
Yeah, it's so important. But also too, I feel that even though, like for me personally, I didn't see people in my path growing up. Like I didn't really see people doing content. Like, when I was very young compared to now, like everybody's doing content, you know, but people would kind of just look at me like, what are you doing? Like, what is this curly hair video that you're doing now? And it's like, you shouldn't look for reassurance through people. Like they don't understand the vision, and that's okay. Because now it's like people see what I'm doing and I'm like, you just got to keep going. And also too, when you discover like your creative journey and how far you've come, it's also important to help others like within your circle that don't understand, like invite them to like what you're doing. Hey, like I just had my dance class, look at the recap, you know what I'm saying? Hey, when I go home, like I show my mom like, hey, I just look at these videos that I made, look at these photos. Like you have to invite people into your world so that they understand. But yeah, so that's another piece of my takeaway that I really took within my journey. Like sometimes people are not gonna understand, and that's okay. Because at the end of the day, like you should be the only one understanding. Like I'm gonna become this person, and we both have a long way to go.
Hell yeah,
we have so many goals in mind, and I'm just really thankful. And again, sometimes you just wake up and you're like, you have an opportunity on your phone.
Yeah.
People prefer you. That's one of the. I know we talk about something. No, like I'm so blessed. Like And that's the beauty of just being yourself. Like, you don't have to maintain an image. Like, people just feel your energy, and that's what I want people to take away from me. Like, just feel my energy.
Yeah.
And your blessings will come.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like, just be yourself.
Yes, be yourself.
When you do things like with true intention, rather than like, oh, like, I just want to get this money. Like,
yes.
Get this money. Then that's when things like don't align.
Yes.
Your focus is not on helping the next person.
Yes, it's for external validation, competition, needing to like look like somebody else, needing to do exactly what this person is doing, thinking that you need to hit a certain timeline because this person did this in this certain amount of time. It's like, girl, just stay on your journey and like tunnel vision. Focus on you.
Lock in.
Lock in.
Lock in. So pick up your iPhone, press record. And, you know, do your big one. I want to see. Thank you.
Yeah. No, period, though. She talking to me, girl, because I got mad stuff to record.
I'm talking to myself.
No, for real. Like, edit these videos, girl. I was over here deleting stuff on my SD card. I'm like, gotta edit this. But yeah, girl, there's always so much to do. And we have time. Like, I know, yes, life is short, but if you think about it, like if you're in your 20s, if you're in your 30s, you still got mad years to accomplish so much shit. So it's like, just focus on right now, like what's in front of you right now. Yeah. But girl, thank you so much for coming. Yes, I know, right? Like, well, like going into another conversation, but this was amazing. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. I hope that you love this one. I hope that you feel inspired, and I hope you feel motivated to get on it, whatever it is that you're doing. So again, follow Lini on socials if you're not already following us on Instagram. Wristfit Kitty is my personal, and Let's Just Be Real Pod for podcast clips, all that good stuff. Follow us on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, Marissa Tong, and Let's Just Be Real Podcast, and leave us a rating and review if you're loving the show. If you've been loving these episodes, share to your story, share with a friend, and we'll see you in another episode. Bye.